Lightweight family bunk models are really starting to blow up in 2024, and this one strikes the perfect balance between price and great features, like the fact it has a furnace, a sink in the bathroom, and a tankless water heater. Now, although this one is built for a family, obviously you need a place to sleep, and that's what you get right up here. This is going to be 60 by 74 inches long, so just a little over 6 foot, 6 inches short of a residential queen. However, they did give you some additional storage. You can see access to that right here, and it is pretty significant storage. So if you need to hide some bigger items, put stuff away, maybe a spot for some additional clothing, that's going to be a good spot for it. You will also see the shelf along the top here, wardrobe over to the side. You have a plug-in right down below, and that is pre-wired for an inverter. So if you hook up an inverter, you're able to use that off-grid. TV will be mounted right up here as well. Last thing I do want to mention is, and I kind of mentioned in the beginning, is climate control. This one does have a furnace if you plan on camping kind of early in the spring, late in the fall, but you'll also stay nice and cool in the middle of summer thanks to the wall-mounted AC unit. And then on the off-camp side, between the primary bed and the bunks, is our large dinette. You have plenty of space here for 4 people, which is great. This does drop down into a bed, although again, it's probably only going to work for a child. It'll be a little bit tougher for an adult. However, there is great storage underneath both of these dinette bases. I'm really happy they kept those open, because in a small RV like this, you need as much storage as possible. Speaking of, you will also notice that you have storage right up top here above the window. Then in our back corner here are the twin bunks. So these are 300-pound weight capacity, which is great. You have USB ports both top and bottom, as well as a window in the bottom, some lights in both, and as a 6-foot adult, you know, it's a little bit like a coffin, but I can actually sneak in here, which says quite a bit. As you can see, I have a little bit of standing height in the shower here. At 6 foot tall, because of the skylight, I can actually stand all the way up. I don't have to bend down, which is pretty rare in this floor plan. You also see you have a mirror as well as a vanity, and then the toilet over here in the corner. I'll take a seat on that just to kind of show you space. And you know, I'm bumping a little bit on the left leg, but you know, I can put my right arm right up here. I've seen some with more space, but overall, this is honestly pretty decent. And the fact they're able to put a sink in here is huge. I'd much rather be a little tight on the toilet and have a sink than have to wash my hands and brush my teeth out in the kitchen. One other thing I do want to mention is the fact this one also, you will see, has your tankless water heater, which means while you're in the shower that you can stand up in at 6 foot tall, you can actually take a decent shower. Overall, there's a lot of features I like about the kitchen, but there definitely are some amenities that are going to be price point driven, such as the countertop is going to be a T-mold rather than like a thermoformed. Your sink is going to be plastic rather than a stainless steel, and you'll get a 2-burner instead of a 3-burner cooktop. Now, of all these, the 2-burner at least makes the most sense to me, because that way you get a little bit of countertop space in here, whereas if you turn it sideways or put in a 3-burner, you just have no countertop space. So that one I can definitely understand. Also, the lack of an oven here, I'm not mad about, because that means you get more storage. You get 2 full extension drawers here, which in a small, it doesn't matter if it's a smaller or bigger RV, I think you need at least 2 drawers. Glad they put that in there. And underneath the sink, they did a good job with storage here as well. You can see you have more than enough space for a trash can, and if you want to build up some kind of storage, kind of shelving system on one side, you can even easily store pots and pans. And then right up top, you have more storage for your plates, bowls, everything else, as well as a smaller hood. And they did do a good job of utilizing this space here above the microwave. Underneath is the 12-volt compressor-driven refrigerator, and then once again, underneath that will be the furnace. On the outside, you will see that you get pretty good pass-through storage. While it may not be the biggest opening, the storage itself is quite large, and you have prep for just about everything in here, from tire pressure monitoring to solar, as well as the inverter prep. But I have to say, one of the cost-cutting features that I'm not a huge fan of is the fact that there just isn't a light in the pass-through. And even if it's bright out, I still think it's pretty dark to be able to navigate and find anything in there. But I guess I want your opinion. Do you think it's worth, cutting a little bit of cash, or would you rather spend a little more and have the light in there? Let me know in the comments. So you make your way back a little bit further, you can see the power awning with an LED light strip, foldable grab handle here, and of course our foldable step to get in and out of the RV, as well as an electric outlet. And again, this one is pre-wired for that inverter if you do get that inverter option. So as I said, I think the 175BH really strikes the perfect balance between price and features. But if you want something that's even a little more stripped down and less expensive, well, then check out this Coleman 17B we have coming up next.